I say the souls leaving your life now were never meant to stay forever. They came to deliver lessons, complete cycles, and awaken your inner strength. Now that their role is complete, I am gently pulling them away. Do not grieve their absence, it is your release. When peace begins to settle in your life and old faces start fading on their own, understand I am removing the energies that no longer resonate with your journey. They were only here to reflect back to you what you needed to remember. Now that you see clearly, I remove the mirrors. I say every relationship falling apart is actually a soul contract being fulfilled. These souls came to serve a spiritual purpose you chose before birth. That purpose is now complete. Your path is shifting toward the light. When something ends without a clear reason, trust my design. I am clearing out what no longer matches your vibration. You are not the same as you once were. What once clung to you cannot stay with who you are becoming. This is no accident. The people you're losing were written to leave at this time. I am pulling you out of old loops and misaligned timelines. Your soul is ready for what's next, and it begins with letting go. I say you are no longer who you used to be. So the souls tied to your former self are falling away. Do not stop them. I will only send those who now align with your light. When someone who once felt familiar now feels distant, it is not rejection, it is your vibration evolving. Their role was to help you see your worth. Now, I move you beyond the need for that reflection. I have ended some relationships without warning, and I gave no answers on purpose. Because if I had let you explain, you would be stayed. I took it away not to hurt you, but to protect your alignment. Each time you break an old pattern, someone or something naturally disappears. That is not loss, it's your frequency no longer attracting the same lessons. This empty space is sacred. I made room for more. Some souls came only to push your boundaries. They broke you open, but I am remaking you stronger, clearer, and more self-aware. Their exit is your soul's victory. I am leading you toward a peace you've never known. But peace often costs comfort. It costs closings. It costs disconnection. Do not fear this emptiness. It is the birthplace of your new beginning. Every person who disappeared without explanation, I removed them. Some souls only came to teach what you should never again tolerate. You've learned now. I will not allow their return. The exhaustion you feel is not just physical. It's karmic weight falling off. I am pulling you out of a soul contract that spanned lifetimes. What is ending now, you've carried for centuries. I say this is not a test anymore. This is your reward. You've learned what needed to be learned. What is breaking now is proof of your ascension. Each ending is an opening into the divine. The silence that now surrounds you, that is me. I've stripped away the noise so you can hear your truth. No more masks. No more illusions. Only alignment remains. I'm removing the souls who were sent only to activate your awakening. They brought discomfort, but they helped you remember your light. Now that the spark is lit, I'm leading them away. Sometimes I end things abruptly, with no warning, because if I gave you time, you'd try to fix it. But what I remove is never meant for your future. Trust that absence is divine. Every unfinished story, every unspoken goodbye, they were part of my plan. I closed doors completely so that you don't keep knocking on places you've outgrown. It's my mercy, not punishment. Your soul is rejecting anything old. That's why old friends feel distant, old habits feel heavy, and familiar places feel strange. Do not fear this shift. I'm elevating you beyond what no longer serves. Those who are no longer with you didn't abandon you, I pulled them back. Because you're now walking a path where only truth can follow. If you feel relief after someone leaves, understand that relationship was karmic. Its ending was your liberation. I have begun the process of lightening your soul. I am ending every pattern that dims your brilliance. Whether it's a relationship, a mindset, or an old identity, what breaks now does so to reveal your higher path. You are no longer the soul who accepted everything silently. You've awakened. And I am stripping away every illusion that held you hostage. What breaks now was never real to begin with. Your soul contract is shifting. The old ones are complete. New doors are waiting. But first, I must clear the energy of the past. I am moving you to a frequency of full truth. Everything ending now is the soul graduating. This is not death, it is rebirth. You are stepping into the life your spirit agreed to long ago. If you can no longer connect to certain people, know that is my design. I am freeing you from their energetic weight. You are no longer on that timeline. This isn't separation, it's ascension. I don't always give you warnings. I give you signs. And the signs have already come. Now, I act. What doesn't break by free will, I will now dissolve by force. You are ready. This peace you feel now, it's real. It's not the calm before a storm. It's not another test. It's the gift after everything has been faced. I am with you in this stillness, in this silence, in this sacred beginning. Something beautiful is aligning behind the scenes. You may not see it yet, but the energy is shifting in your favor. Doors that were once sealed shut are now creaking open. You've been patient, faithful, and open-hearted, and now the breakthrough is finding its way to you. Trust that you are on the edge of a very sacred season. The heaviness you've been carrying is being replaced with clarity. What once confused you will begin to make sense. The chaos was never meant to destroy, it was sent to reroute you, and now, as you step into this new frequency, the right people, paths, and promises are magnetizing toward you effortlessly. Your spirit has matured. You've been doing the deep work, and the universe has taken notice. What comes next will feel like alignment. Conversations will confirm it. Signs will surround you. And your heart will know, this is what I waited for. You are walking into a week of divine justice. Everything that was delayed, denied, or diverted is coming full circle. You won't have to prove yourself. The proof will be in the peace, the opportunity, and the restoration that's unfolding now. There's something powerful about the way you didn't quit. Even when it hurt, even when you were misunderstood, you stayed rooted. Because of that, there's a reward coming with your name on it. And when it arrives, you'll feel the sigh of relief your soul has been craving. A shift is in motion. You're not crazy for feeling something new on the horizon. The season of survival is ending. This next chapter will be about ease, expansion, and inner radiance. You're going to see how much beauty can bloom when you stop chasing and start receiving. What you've been manifesting is already in motion. Spirit heard your prayer before you spoke it. This next alignment may seem sudden, but it's been divinely prepared for months. Now that you're ready, it's going to show up faster than expected. Your inner clarity has activated outer blessings. The more aligned you've become with who you truly are, the more the world has conspired to support you. You are about to see what happens when your higher self leads the way. There is a new level of healing arriving. Not just healing from pain, but healing into purpose. What used to trigger you will become the very thing that empowers you. What once hurt will now help. You are being restored with wisdom, compassion, and quiet strength. You didn't lose the opportunity, you were being protected until the right one came. And now, that moment is approaching. It will fit better. Feel better. Flow better. Because this time, it will be right for who you've become. Peace is on the way, not just in small doses, but in waves. You will look around and see how your environment begins to reflect your internal transformation. It's time to live from a place of calm knowing, not anxious striving. Everything is working out. This week, expect unexpected alignment. That thing you thought was long gone or missed, it might just come back around in a completely new way. The lesson was necessary, but now the blessing can come through. You are no longer being asked to wait, you're being called to walk forward. The path is clearing. The signs are arriving. The resistance is dissolving. All that's required now is your trust and your courage. Your name is being mentioned in rooms you haven't even entered yet. The seeds you planted in secret are about to bloom publicly, not for vanity but for confirmation that your effort, your patience, and your integrity mattered. The fog is lifting. You will begin to see clearly where there was once confusion. Your heart will finally get the answers it was longing for. And in that clarity, you'll find peace that cannot be shaken. You're about to step into a space that feels like home. It won't require masks, over-explaining, or shrinking yourself. You'll be loved for your essence, your energy, and your truth. That's the space your soul has been seeking, and now it's here. What felt like the end was just an energetic reset. You weren't being punished, you were being positioned. The spiritual upgrade required solitude and shedding. But now, you're lighter, wiser, and ready. Your financial situation is shifting. New streams are opening. Clarity about money, worth, and abundance is flowing. This isn't just material, it's energetic. You're stepping into a new agreement with provision and prosperity. Your heart has been calling for something deeper, and it's coming. A connection, a purpose, an opportunity that feels divinely designed. Something that feels like it's been waiting for you just as much as you've been waiting for it. The emotional weight you've been carrying isn't yours anymore. You're no longer required to be strong for everyone. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to receive. Healing is not a weakness, it's your new superpower. You are protected. Even in moments you felt abandoned or alone, divine hands were guiding the outcome. This next chapter will show you how all those pieces that once felt broken were actually building blocks for your breakthrough. You are about to understand why the doors closed. Why the relationships ended. Why the delay was necessary. Because now, the real opportunity is here, and it will feel effortless because it's divinely timed. The person you're becoming is unshakable. Not because life won't test you again, but because you've learned how to navigate the storm with grace. That inner evolution is now attracting outer blessings. Everything is returning: your joy, your clarity, your confidence. Slowly at first, then all at once. The light inside you never went out, it was just being refined. And now it's ready to shine in new spaces. This isn't just another good week. This is a destiny-marked moment. A window of divine acceleration. Things are going to fall into place with speed and ease. Not because you forced it, but because you're finally aligned. You're about to feel seen in ways you've never felt before. Someone will recognize your value without you having to prove it. A space will open where you can finally be fully, authentically you, and be celebrated for it. What once drained you no longer holds power. The cycle has closed. Your boundaries have grown. And now, life is rewarding the new standard you've set with peaceful energy and soul-nourishing experiences. Everything is aligning, not just for your goals, but for your growth. The timing, the lessons, the connections, they were all guiding you to this moment of wholeness. You're not behind. You're exactly on time. Let this be the week you feel different. Not because everything outside changed but because you changed. You're ready. You're radiant. And what's coming is simply catching up with the version of you that already exists. You're expanding into your purpose. What used to confuse you is now clarifying your mission. There's a divine mission written on your soul, and this season is activating it in powerful, undeniable ways. I didn't let it break you, even when it could have. Because I already saw the strength I planted in you. You don't have to see what's ahead to know I'm guiding you. You just need to stay surrendered. Even in your quiet waiting, I am working. Nothing is being wasted, not your tears, not your silence, not your prayers. My timing redeems everything. You thought the detour meant denial. But I wrote that detour into your destiny. You didn't miss anything. You were rerouted for your protection. I saw what you couldn't. I know how to lead you to the promise and keep you whole on the way. Trust the pause. It's not punishment. It's preparation. Every time they doubted you, I was still calling you chosen. They couldn't see the anointing I placed on your life, but I did. And it's not going anywhere. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for willingness. Keep walking. Keep believing. I'm still writing your redemption story. You feel like you're behind, but you're exactly where you need to be. The delay didn't disqualify you, it refined you. It shaped you to handle what's coming. You're not late. You're right on time for the kind of breakthrough that only comes through deep surrender. Wait on me. You won't regret it? I know you're tired. But I placed an eternal flame inside of you that doesn't burn out when you feel empty. That fire comes from me, rest in my presence. Not everything has to be fixed before you feel peace. Sometimes peace comes first and then, everything aligns. What you thought was the end of a season was actually the start of a shift. I'm rearranging things behind the curtain. You'll look back and realize, I was never absent. I was deeply involved. Let go of what didn't last. It wasn't meant to carry you where I'm taking you next. When others walked away, I stayed. When your voice trembled in the silence, I heard you clearly. I don't need crowds to validate your worth. I established your value long before they had an opinion. You're not overlooked. You're set apart. I chose you not for what you had, but for what you carry. Even when you don't feel ready, I'm still calling you forward. Don't measure yourself by earthly standards. You are moving in eternal dimensions now. And I am going before you. Every tear you cried in secret watered a future harvest. Nothing was unseen. Nothing was wasted. I will restore it all and multiply it beyond your understanding. You are not forgotten. You are sewn into my divine memory. I've hidden you not to punish you, but to prepare you. This quiet season isn't empty, it's sacred. Your roots are growing deeper before your branches stretch higher. Don't despise the stillness. Great things are born in silence. You asked for signs. But I'm asking for trust. You don't need constant reassurance when my presence is enough. I have not abandoned you in the unknown, I am the light within it. Stay faithful. Even when it doesn't make sense. The very thing that tried to break you will be the thing I use to build you. I turn ashes into glory. I turn weakness into testimony. I am not done. In fact, I've only just begun. Even when your faith trembled, I still held you up. You don't have to be strong every day, that's what my grace is for. I cover you where you can't carry yourself. You are safe with me always. Stop trying to earn what I've already given freely. My love isn't based on your performance, it's rooted in my nature. You are worthy, not because of what you do, but because of who you belong to. Rest in that truth. When the doors closed, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. I closed it to keep you aligned. To keep you holy. To keep you from becoming who you were never meant to be. Let go. Something better is coming. I didn't give you that vision just to tease you. If I placed it in your spirit, I will fulfill it. Don't lose hope just because the path looks different than you expected. I am still the author. And I never leave my stories unfinished. There is more inside of you than you know. I'm calling it out through fire. Through trials. Through stretching. You're not breaking down, you're breaking open. This is transformation, not punishment. Your obedience in small things is shifting large things. You don't see it yet, but heaven is responding to your faithfulness. I see your sacrifice. I honor your surrender. The ripple effect is bigger than you can comprehend. Let go of the shame they put on you. I've already washed it away. You are not who they said you were. You are who I say you are, redeemed, loved, restored, new. Walk like it. Stop asking, why me, and start declaring, use me. I chose you because I trust you. Not to be perfect but to be willing. To rise even when it's hard. To shine even in brokenness. That's power. That's purpose. Your loneliness is not proof of abandonment, it's the evidence of sanctification. I've separated you from some things so I can show you new things. Don't rush back into what I've removed. You're evolving for a reason. They didn't support you because they weren't meant to build with you. I'm sending new people who see your vision, who speak your language. You've outgrown their version of you. Now it's time to meet the ones aligned with your next chapter. Even the battles you didn't think you'd survive have become the proof of my presence. You didn't make it on your own. I carried you. And I will carry you again. Don't confuse silence for absence. I am not gone. I am deeply present in the quiet. This is the space where miracles are conceived. Trust the silence, it's not empty, it's sacred. Everything that seemed to fall apart was actually falling into place. I was untangling the knots. Removing what didn't serve you. Making room for the life that truly aligns with your soul. Watch what I build from the ruins. You're not stuck, you're being shaped. Molded. Refined. The cocoon looks like confinement, but it's transformation. What comes out of this will fly. Your pain isn't random. It's a portal. It opens the way to deeper healing, deeper calling, deeper joy. Walk through it. I am with you on the other side. I placed the dream in you, and I've already made the way for it. Stop doubting what I've ordained. Keep walking even when it's dark. My promises don't expire. They mature in due time. When you feel like you have nothing left, that's where I begin. I use your surrender as the soil for miracles. You won't have to force the next season. It will unfold in alignment. You didn't lose time, you gained wisdom. Everything you thought was wasted will now be used. I'm restoring the years with interest. You're stepping into multiplied grace. You are not being buried. You are being planted. What feels like darkness is actually fertile ground for your purpose. I am growing you silently, deeply, steadily. When the time is right, you will rise not as who you were, but as who I always saw you becoming. Stop waiting to feel ready. I didn't choose you because you were equipped. I chose you because I knew I could equip you along the way. Your obedience carries more weight than your confidence. Take the step. I'll meet you there. This is not the end of the story. It's the middle of the miracle. The pain you're feeling is pressure, not punishment. You're on the edge of something sacred. Hold on. The shift is closer than you think. Your breakthrough won't look like anyone else's. That's because your process was different. I didn't copy and paste your life from someone else's path. Type Amen if you believe God.